My thing is like this, man. If you were chosen, the average regular person out there is not going to understand you. Your mindset, your level of thinking, your intuition, your ability to get better every single year in many different ways is going to catapult you way too far for the average person out there to understand you or to keep up with you. And unfortunately, this will cause, maybe not all, but some of these average people that might think you're crazy or something like this. Oh, he's insane. Oh, she's insane. Oh, this, oh, that. Or you're average and ordinary and you act a certain way and you never change. Or maybe that's the case. But no, they want to say all that stuff about us. Your level of understanding is like zero. That's the truth. So, if you are chosen, you will be misunderstood by most. There's not a lot of people that's going to understand you. There's not going to be a lot of people that's going to be on your level. Some people will be. Some won't. There's even the odd average person that could actually at least understand you. They might not be as growing as rapidly as you are, but at least they can understand where you're coming from with a lot of things that you have to say. So it is what it is, man. It's nothing more than being misunderstood because they don't understand. What people don't understand, they fear. What people don't understand, they just simply do not understand. How could they? They didn't live it, they didn't learn it, they didn't be it. They have done nothing that you've done. So they're fearful of you in these kind of ways. I have old friends and their parents fear me at this point because, and I know for a fact because I've seen them in public the odd time. Certain people and their family and their parents, because I used to be a young kid, right, going to their house when you're a young kid and you have friends and you go to their houses and stuff and you might see their parents when you're a bit older now and an adult and mature and you've learned and grown a lot, and just by the way you are, they can tell you're a lot different. You've grown a lot. You probably outgrew their own parents, let alone them. So when they see you, they look at you very, very funny. Very, very weird. Because they know you're on that path. When most people become like adults, they pick like a path in life. They pick like, I'm going to be a welder. I'm going to be an electrician. I'm going to be a trucker. I'm going to be a fisherman. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. And that's really all it is for them. They don't learn about anything else because they're so fixated on that one path. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's how most people are. So when you're a more well-rounded person, you're open-minded, you have a spirit of a chosen one, you know a lot more. And therefore, you'll make a lot of these people uncomfortable. Because it's almost like you know so many things that they don't know. That's because you were willing to humble yourself, you were willing to learn, you were willing to grow, you were willing to go through a lot of crazy times when they took a safe route, a safe money route, to kind of use their time and slave for the money. And you used your time to maybe stay broke for a while, learn a lot, do a lot of things, and then you can make a lot more money than they make from all the things that you know how to do. And you just get better over time and you improve everything and everything grows. So this is how it goes, man. Like, you can only understand what you understand from what you've learned in life. Some people refuse. Some people have like blockages in their mind to the point where they will like stop when it gets hard or when they feel fearful or intimidated. And that's what you have to break through in order to really grow as a person. To become a real chosen one with the spirit of a real chosen one. It's a never-ending thing. You have to get better every single year, all the time. You have to make changes, transitions. Things have to happen. You're not taking a safe route. You're not doing what everybody else is doing. You take your own way in life. And none of these people can tell you anything. lot of these people are ignorant and they want to think this and think that, but there's a reason why you're doing it better. There's a reason why you're succeeding at a much faster rate than they are. There's a reason why you're more open-minded. They're very closed-minded off to their own reality of a one-way kind of world. When there's so many different things you can do and learn. So you will never be understood by these very average individuals. And I'm never saying, oh, it's wrong to be that way. I'm not saying that. You can be however you want to be. I really don't care what you be. Why should I? Why would I? It's on you. It's whatever you want. But I'm just telling the truth. These are not opinions of mine. These are things that I see. They're things that I know. I know how these people are. I know how these people think. I can feel what they feel. I almost know what they're thinking before they even have to say anything. It's that energy. It's that eye contact. It's that subtle tell that you have from a human to a human, and you can see it. You can tell it. You can just tell. And you might just be like the kind of person that lacks fear, which means it doesn't mean you never feel fear at all. It just means you can feel fear and do things anyways. Because you lack fear. You don't let fear consume you. You don't let fear keep you in one place. You make shit happen. You really go out there and do things. You're making this life the way you wanted to make it. Regardless of what anybody else says. Because most of the average people are going to try to block you from your greatness. And you can't let that happen. You have to be able to run through all those individuals and prove your point. That's what I had to do. That's what you got to do too. And when you prove people wrong so hard, bro, they just have got nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. There's not much more they can do or say. The best thing they can do is just shut up. Because you're going for it, bro. You're already on your path. You're doing your thing. You're not slowing down. You're only speeding up. So, it's a beautiful time when you get things going like that. Because people are going to try to make the chosen ones' lives a living hell in the beginning stages of your journey. With wherever you guys are. Everyone's going to try to be holding you back. Everyone's going to be telling you no. People's going to be trying to make you look like you're crazy or you're delusional or this or that. But when you get the results and you start to prove these people wrong in plain sight, they start to get awfully quiet. But in the beginning, they're going to doubt you hard. They're not going to want to see you win. They're not going to want to see you succeed. It is what it is. Some of these people are haters. Some of these people genuinely just don't believe in you. Not every single person is a hater, but you're going to have haters. I had them. Not every person that doubted me was a hater. I'm not stupid enough to think that way. Some people just don't believe in you. And that's okay. Because you're going to prove them wrong. And when you do, you're going to change the way they act and behave. And your haters will always remain a hater. That's something too. The more you succeed, the more they're going to hate. You can't change a hater. A hater will always remain. Even if you're not doing well, you could fall flat on your face and they'll still be a hater. You could succeed higher than the clouds, higher in the sky. They're still going to hate. You could be in the middle, you could be at the bottom, you could be at the top. They will always be a hater. And then there's just the people that are going to doubt you. So when you prove them wrong, their mind's going to change a little bit. They're going to see you a little bit differently. You're proving your case. But all in all, guys, the chosen ones will be doubted. They will be misunderstood. If you are really chosen, you will know what I'm talking about. You will be doubted. And it's a good motivation. When people doubt you You got to use that as like a chip on your shoulder. Like, okay, you really think that way? Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm gonna turn it up a notch even more. A couple notches even more. I'm gonna set this in stone. I'm gonna make sure I'm right and you're wrong. And you can use certain things like that to your advantage. And then some people, if they're not strong, they will let that make them crumble, and they will not succeed. They will not evolve. But you can't be that person. You have to let that motivate you. If people don't believe in you, you got to go forward in life and prove your point. And it's not just to prove them wrong. That's just a bonus in the process of becoming the person you want to be and doing the things you want to do and living the life you want to live. That's what it comes down to. So, at the end of the day, the chosen ones will raise gold and we will win. This is the best mindset to have. Tell me otherwise. What else do you think is better? What else do you think we should do? Let people define us. Let people tell us what to do. Tell us how to think. Tell us how to be. I think not. I went through enough of that shit in my life. In school. People telling you this, people telling you that. When you genuinely feel inside that you're smarter than them. When I was in school, even in junior high and high school, I genuinely felt smarter than the teachers. It's almost like I knew something they didn't. There was just something I had in my mind that they did not have. I felt slow in school. I felt like everything was like in slow motion. My mind's very fast. So when I'm around slow shit, it will slow me down. That's how I felt. When I get out of class, I feel free again. I feel... Because I'm a creator, bro. Like, I create shit. I'm not meant to take instructions. Great minds think alike. There's no great minds in school. You'd be lucky to come by a teacher that actually has a pretty decent mind. I'm not saying all these teachers are bad people. Some are pretty nice. There's a handful of teachers usually in every school that's decent people that I can relate to a certain extent about certain things. A gym teacher might be fit. You might be able to relate to this guy and you talk about things you both like. You might have a similar sports team you both like or something like this. But most people, most teachers, they're kind of arrogant people. They really are. There's the odd person that won't be like that, but there's a lot of them like that, man. They think they know everything. They teach people this, they teach people that, and there's obviously stuff they don't know. You see, they don't have that open mind. You can be a person that knows an awful lot, but you can never think you know it all. There's so much to learn, man. You have to have an open mind. You can be very confident in what you do know, but you should always have an open mind. Willing to learn more, willing to take more in. Stuff like this. So, and this is why, man, the chosen ones are misunderstood. These people don't understand these things. It's like their reality is life, and it's just not. My reality is not life. No matter how good you get, there's always going to be more. No one's reality dictates what life is. Life is way too big for the whole world to be your reality. That's why being open-minded till the day you die is the best way to go. Till the day you die. And that is a big part of what being chosen really is. Being a child of God, no matter how old you are. Willing to learn things, willing to do things the right ways. Willing to take in as much information as possible. Willing to succeed. Willing to fight for what is right. So, that's pretty much it. You will know. You will know if you're chosen. You will know if you have work to do. This and that and that and this. There's a long way to go for everybody. You can never think, oh, I might be there. Oh, I'm almost there. Oh, I've done it. Oh, I've succeeded. You can't think that way. There's always so much more to go. Life is a journey. And it is not a sprint. You might sprint hard at certain destinations you get to speed things up, but in actuality, life is a big old marathon, bro. It's a big, 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 long marathon. So if you're willing to stay humble to an extent, as much as possible, and do the right things all the time, you'll figure out much more than the average person. You will be much more than the average person. You'll do much more than the average person will do in a lifetime. You will live almost a double or triple or quadruple life. Because you just done more. You pushed harder at times when you should have. Life can be very cruel. It can be very unforgiving. It can be a brutal place. It can also be magical. So it's up to you as a chosen one to find the magic. You gotta find those certain routes. You gotta push those certain buttons. You gotta open doors that are locked. And by doing that, how do we do that? Well, I'll let you know. By learning. By being open-minded. By not thinking your reality is set. Because there's always more to do. Always. There's so much to do. And I don't want anyone getting to a point where it's like, oh, I made it. It's really stupid to be that way. Because that's where it all stops. That's where things just die. And you can't let it be that way. You have to keep going and keep going and keep going in pursuit. Your way to the top. To wherever you want to be. And the better you keep getting, the more doors that open. The more doors open, the better you get. It's just the way it is. Because you're going to unlock new ideas in your own mind that you might not even know that was there by getting better. And something else too, not every day is going to be a good day. There's going to be off days, there's going to be good days, there's going to be medium-ish days. Even on the worst days, you have to do certain things that is going to make the next day that much more brighter. It's all about doing the right things, man. I say it all the time. It's about doing the right things. And the more you do the right things, the more right things will do to you. The better things will be for you. The more you do the right things. The more you do the wrong things, the more you do the unhealthy things, the more you do the more arrogant things you do by never learning, the worse things that will happen to you. If you think, oh, I don't have to eat healthy, if I just eat this, nothing's going to happen. But if you do that all the time, every single day, you're going to be unhealthy. You might die young of a heart attack. You might die of whatever. The more right things you do, the better things that will happen for you. It's just the way it is. The more fit you are, the better things will be. I described it before in animals. Like, look at the average dog that doesn't really get taken care of. The family just lets it exist in the house and it doesn't exercise. It doesn't really do much. It gets fat. Look at the attitude of that dog. It's not the brightest. It's not full of life. And then you look at dogs that are taken care of to the T. The owner will feed it special foods. The owner will get the dog supplements and give it extra fish oils and extra things to make it extra healthier. And he exercises it for at least an hour plus every single day. Takes good care of it. The dog is full of life, full of energy. It's a much happier, better dog. So it goes to show, doing the right things matters. Doing the bad things, doing the wrong things, doing the lazy things, it ain't gonna get you nothing. I don't mean to pick on nobody, but I'm being 100% honest. Doing the harder things, being better, being wiser, being sharper, being stronger, everything plays a factor. When your confidence goes up, you can think of different ideas and different things that will catapult your life so much further ahead. And that's it.